What's up, everybody? It's Ryan, and this is another PlayStation 4 vlog, and today I just want to talk about the launch lineup for the PlayStation 4 a little bit, and specifically the games that I've played from it, just to give you my impressions, sort of a quasi-review. But as you know, I can't capture footage from the PlayStation 4 yet, so I can't add any game footage to this yet, and just adding trailer footage would feel kind of cheap. So I'm just going to do it vlog style. And in the future, hopefully I'll be able to show you some gameplay from these games whenever Sony decides to patch out HDCP. So anyway, let's talk about the games. So first one that I want to talk about, first one that I bought, is Killzone Shadowfall. Now, this is probably the game I was most looking forward to, just to see how it was, because I played Killzone 2 on PlayStation 3, and I didn't like it that much. I was really more a fan of the Resistance series on PS3 than the Killzone series, and so I really wanted Killzone Shadowfall to be awesome and really sort of bring me in and make me a fan of the series. And if you have that goal in mind for this game, I would say it's probably not going to happen for you. It's a decent game, it's not bad, but I haven't found it quite as enjoyable as I thought I might when I was seeing footage of the gameplay and stuff like that. The story is probably the best looking blah campaign that I've ever played, and you know, it's not a bad campaign, but it's more standard first-person shooter than I was expecting. It's really good looking, the graphics look incredible, but the story itself, very formulaic, very just genre type stuff going on with first-person shooters. If you've played a first-person shooter, you know what to expect with Killzone Shadowfall, and I really don't want to say that. Now, that's being a little more general than I probably should be. There are a few levels which are sort of innovative and did some new things that I hadn't seen before, and so it's not entirely formulaic, but at the same time, those few levels that were sort of standouts were too short, and you never kind of got back to them. So I'd say there were probably 2 or 3 moments from the campaign that really stood out to me as like, wow, oh, this is actually pretty cool. But that's not enough to sustain me for an entire game. Now, most of you watching this who have played this will say, well, it's really not as much about the single-player campaign as it is about the multiplayer. And in that respect, Killzone Shadowfall is a very good game. I mean, the multiplayer is very good, very playable. You have 24-player matches, which are really cool. When a match gets fully populated, it really does feel like you're in sort of a war zone, which is what they call their multiplayer modes, war zones. See what I did there? I didn't even plan to do it. Yeah, so Killzone Shadowfall, decent. And especially if you have friends to party up with in the multiplayer, you'll have a good time playing it. And that's really more what it's about, is the multiplayer than the single player. So just don't expect to be overly wowed by the single player, and you'll probably like it fine. Now let's move on to the next game I've been playing on PlayStation 4. That would be Battlefield 4. Now a lot of you have probably heard about the problems that PS4 has been having with Battlefield 4. And to be fair, I haven't played the multiplayer as much as some people. I've played a fair amount of matches, but not enough to call myself an expert at it. But I have noticed that there are some sort of glitchy things going on. People are one-hit killing me after I've been shooting them in the back. They'll like turn around and one-hit kill me. And that's really frustrating, especially in a twitchy first-person shooter. That's just really frustrating when you have somebody and you're shooting the hell out of them, and then anyway, it's frustrating. But I trust that eventually they are going to patch those issues, and this is the sort of game I bought because I know Battlefield multiplayer is something you do for the long haul, because this multiplayer will last for a long time, for at least a couple years. I would say it's good. I mean, the graphics are great. I did play all the way through the story of this one. It's a very short campaign, I'm sure you've heard. Not a great campaign, but oddly enough, I found Battlefield 4's campaign to be a little more engaging and enjoyable than Killzone's campaign, and I'm sorry if that upsets any of you, but it's just how I feel about it. I had more fun playing Battlefield 4's single player than I've had playing Killzone's single player, so sorry. But that's just how I feel. So yeah, Battlefield 4, pretty good. It needs to get better, and I believe it will get better. But for now, I mean, I wouldn't rush out to buy a PS4 to play Battlefield 4. You're just as well off playing it on PS3 at this point. But like I said, this is a game that you get for the long haul. I'll be playing it for a long time. I know a lot of people will. And so this is an investment for the future. That's how I see it. Not a bad game at all. Very impressive on the PS4 in terms of the visuals being upgraded. The multiplayer maps even look really good. They don't look like Killzone. I mean, Killzone is probably the best graphics you'll see on PS4 at this point. But yeah, Killzone looks freaking great. And so if you play Battlefield 4's multiplayer after Killzone, you notice that the graphics are just not as good. But that's fine. Anyway, that's Battlefield 4. So moving on to the next game. This next game is the game that I've had the most fun with on PlayStation 4. And it is, of course, Assassin's Creed 4. Look at this nifty case I got. If you saw my unboxing video, you will probably recognize this. But great game. I have really, really enjoyed playing Assassin's Creed 4 more than any other game on the PS4. If, like me, you've been waiting for a great pirate game to play, this is the one. Assassin's Creed 4, best pirate game I've ever played in my life, and I've played a couple. There really hasn't been much in the way of good pirate games out there, and so finally, it's so much fun to just sail around the Caribbean, being a pirate. Caribbean? I don't know. But anyway, it's so fun to just sail around, being a pirate, looting ships, looting treasure, hunting for whales and sharks. Sorry if PETA is watching and they got offended by that, because I know PETA watches my videos. But yeah, and I will say, out of the 3 games that I've played the multiplayer on all of them, and Assassin's Creed 4 is the only multiplayer game I've played that has a lobby system, that you can party up with people in the lobby. And why? Why are developers not putting multiplayer lobbies in anymore? We saw it earlier this year with Tomb Raider, where you couldn't party up with your friends in the lobby, and we were like, what the hell is that? Why would they do that? But then, Battlefield 4 comes out. No lobby. You can invite friends once you're in a game, but you can't party up with them beforehand. And same thing goes for Killzone Shadowfall. I don't understand why there aren't multiplayer lobbies in this game where you can party up with your friends and then enter matchmaking together. Multiplayer is a social experience. We have friends that we want to play with. Why are you making it difficult for us to do that? Sorry for the miniature rant, but what were they thinking? I just don't get it. So, yeah, that's a complaint that I have about the multiplayer for Killzone Shadowfall and Battlefield 4, is that you can't party up with your friends. That really makes no sense. It's stupid, just to be blunt. But it is. It's really stupid. And so, yeah, like I said, Assassin's Creed 4 is the only game so far where you can actually party up with your friends and enter matchmaking together, and thank goodness for that. I mean, PlayStation 4 does have the party chat system, so you can at least be in a party chat with your friends and talk to them, and so when you're trying to find each other in the game, you can at least communicate while doing so, and that's nice. But, I mean, come on. How hard could it be to add a freaking lobby? Games have been doing it forever. Come on. It's 2013, nearly 2014. Get with the times, developers. Come on. Come on. So, those are my thoughts of the 3 disc-based games that I've played on PlayStation 4 thus far. I'm not going to talk too much about the free-to-play stuff because this thing's been long enough already. And so if you really want me to talk about the free-to-play stuff in another vlog, let me know, and I will consider it. Let me know in the comments. So, I think I'm going to stop talking now because I've been talking long enough. So, thank you for watching this vlog. Let me know in the comments what you think of the games if you've played them so far. Have I dashed your hopes on anything or made you more hopeful for something? Let me know, and I'm going to end this video now because I will keep rambling. Alright, thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you on the next video. Talk to you later. Hello. Can I help you? You got a problem? Hello? What do you want? Freaking cat.